okay, is far beyond our expectation.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
Hello, good evening, and Happy New Year to you. My name is Zulaihat Belagubir, your regular anchor. The program is Everyone Deserves a Home. The year 2021 has come and gone, and it was quite an eventful one for the FMBN as it doubled its efforts towards providing housing and mortgages for low-income earners in Nigeria. The year 2022 has just begun, and the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, now more than ever, is committed to making sure that more NHF contributors partake from what it has to offer. In this episode of the program, we will beam our searchlight on some of the projections of the FMBN for the year 2022, as well as see areas it hopes to focus on, particularly for its contributors in the new year. I'll be back shortly for the full package of the program. See you after the short break.
Get trained as a mortgage expert, smart property development industry player. Get that full option capacity training center for your individual or organizational needs. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria FMBN Training Center, courses are both technical and managerial in mortgage operations, finance, human resources, and ICT, all facilitated by both internal and external mortgage and property industry experts.
We borrow the money from the bank. Every month we're servicing it.
All FMBN courses are approved by the Center for Management Development. Meanwhile, the FMBN Training Center offers 8 training facilities for rentals, 3 seminar rooms of 30 sitting capacities, 2 syndicate rooms of 10 and 12 sitting capacities, 2 conference halls of 108 and 78 sitting capacities, an ICT lab of 38 seats, and a 24/7 power supply. Visit the FMBN Center at number J4 Ali Akilu Road, Kaduna. Email training.school@fmbn.gov.ng or call 0901 280 3484.
Welcome back. As always, the program will begin with news highlights from the Nigerian housing sector. Tonight, FMBN says it closed 2021 on a strong note, just as private developer urges others to ensure affordability of houses. Stay tuned for the details.
The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Dengiwa, has disclosed that the bank has deployed nearly 48 billion naira in loan disbursements towards mortgage and construction financing between January and October 2021. He disclosed this recently while giving a review of how the year went. Dengiwa noted that the feat is as a result of his administration's drive in optimizing available resources and ensuring that more contributors of the National Housing Fund scheme have access to affordable housing. Dengiwa also noted that the bank in the last year disbursed nearly 20 billion naira towards the delivery of about 3,000 affordable housing units comprising of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom bungalows and mixed apartment buildings with a price range of 3.6 million to 8.6 million naira in several locations across the country. Architect Dengiwa also stated that the bank provided about 13.508 billion naira in NHF loans to about 1,130 Nigerians to enable them to achieve their home ownership dreams, while over 14.129 billion in home renovation loans was disbursed to beneficiaries. Chief Executive Officer, GMH Luxury, a private real estate firm, Ayo Olarewaju Kuyebi, has called on property developers to ensure that homes prices remain affordable, reflecting the economic reality in the country. Kuyebi gave the charge while speaking to journalists recently. He noted that while developers can't play the role of government by subsidizing housing prices, they should peg prices having in mind that money committed to buy homes are People's Trust Fund. He added that flexibility in payment is key in the market. He also called on developers to improve the quality of homes, deliver projects in time, as well as educate the people to convert what they pay for into an investment vehicle.
You are still watching Everyone Deserves a Home, coming your way courtesy of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, as it showcases its efforts towards providing affordable mortgages for Nigerians. Since the COVID-19 pandemic occurred, many sectors suffered economically. Until now, so many are still trying to recover. In this regard, the FMBN has laid out some plans in areas it hopes to focus on as well as improve on, so that its contributors will better benefit from the NHF scheme. In our next segment, we will bring you some of the projections of what the FMBN hopes to achieve in the year 2022. Stay with us.
The goal of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is to provide affordable housing to low and medium income earning Nigerians. Daily and as the years go by, it has gradually and effectively improved on its service delivery to better serve its ever-increasing contributors. With the new year just beginning, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has laid out its plans for areas to focus on in order to expand and improve its services for a wider coverage and better service delivery.
I would venture to say that 2022 is going to be a more exciting year. We would have more solid ground to work on, having sustained ourselves over the past 2 years, 2020 and 2021. And what is exciting me about year 2022 is that some of the things we have in the pipelines would have matured by then.
In the last year, the bank made a remarkable effort towards completing so many of its projects across the nation. This year, 2022, the bank is hoping to commence the commissioning of these projects so that its off-takers can take possession of their houses.
Projection for year 22, the bank is looking at completion of all the projects we are currently having nationwide. That is the focus of the management and the board. New projects may come up next year, of course. The budget will definitely provide how many we can be able to afford to build within the year 2022 by the grace of God. Of course, like I said, our focus, and of course, as directed by the Honorable Minister for Works and Housing, particularly the ministerial projects, we are looking at making all efforts to see that all ongoing projects, whether ministerial, cooperative, NLC, TUC projects, are completed within the shortest possible time. Already we have slated a number of projects which we planned to start commissioning. By January 2022, we should be commissioning some of these projects. They've already been slated for commissioning, and we have sent a request to the Honorable Minister for approval of the dates we have projected for this commissioning.
As part of its plans for the year 2022, the FMBN intends to expand all of its products and services to grow beyond what the bank is already working with.
We continue to open new ways in which Nigerians can become homeowners. We have the NHF mortgage loan in which an individual can buy outright purchase of a home. We have the rent to own in which you could move into any FMBN funded housing unit and be a renter for a number of years, and then at the end of the rental period, the home becomes your own. We also have the home ownership, home renovation loan, which provides some form of home improvement facility, and so many. And so the range of products even expected to expand further beyond what we have in year 2022.
The informal sector makes a large number of the Nigerian population. In view of this, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is set to focus more on informal sector inclusion into the NHF scheme.
We organize that interaction so that we want to hear from them. What are their expectations? What kind of products do they want? So that the bank can come up with products that are targeted directly for those informal sector people, because we receive input from them. Not that we churn out a product that may not suit them, but we have discussed with them and we have gotten a lot of useful inputs from them. And I think by the time we roll out those products, most of the informal sector will key into the National Housing Fund scheme. We see what we do at FMBN as a mandate to give, to provide affordable and accessibility for all Nigerians. So if the majority of Nigerians are not contributing to the fund, that means in a way, technically they are disqualified or unable to have access to housing finance the way they should. And that is the concern for us at Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. And that has brought about a focus on tuning to the informal sector and seeing how we can integrate them into the National Housing Fund scheme so that they can become contributors and as well as then have that access to financing to meet their housing needs.
In order to ensure that the needs of the informal sector are met, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in the last quarter of 2021 toured all 6 geopolitical zones of the country to engage the informal sector in a roundtable discussion. The idea is to know firsthand what suits their needs to guide the bank in its plans to develop products for the sector.
The project we're working on with on the integration of the informal sector would have matured. We would have products that will be out there to attract the informal sector into the National Housing Fund.
Bringing the diaspora mortgage loan on stream is another area the FMBN is looking to achieve in the year 2022. With the product already approved by the bank's board last year, the bank is gearing up to fully take off with the implementation of the product in the year 2022.
We have this diaspora mortgage facility that we want to come up. We have concluded on all aspects of the diaspora. All gray areas have been ironed out, and by the time we move into 2022, that's when we want to roll it out for the Nigerians that are living in diaspora, so that even if you are living outside the country, you can key into the scheme and then own your own house in Nigeria.
Over the last few years, the FMBN has mapped out ways of automating and improving its products and services through the core banking application. Hopefully, this will be more visible in this year 2022.
Our core banking application project would be completed sometime in year 2022, and that means FMBN will now operate just like any other financial institution you have across the world. All processes automated and being able to deliver that top quality of service to our customers.
Core banking application is going to take up in the first quarter of 2022. So that will also give us a lot of mileage. It will provide a lot of inclusion, because people can key into any of our products wherever they are. They don't have to go to any of our offices. In their bedroom, anywhere they are, on their mobile phone, they can access facilities, and that's what we intend to do. So,
the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has also identified other areas to improve on. Ensuring fast and seamless service delivery is one area the bank is constantly working to improve on. Reducing turnaround time is also another area of focus for the FMBN.
One of the things that we continue to occupy topmost on our mind is the turnaround time. With regards to the conclusion of loan processes, some of those steps are actually what falls outside the purview of Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. But I think we'll continue to concentrate on those areas that do fall under our purview, fall under our internal processes, and see how we can maximize efficiency therein so as to reduce the turnaround time.
Having more contributors benefit from the various products of the bank is another area the bank looks forward to in 2022.
The home renovation loan is something that we cannot stop now, and it has been giving us a lot of mileage. So we will continue in that direction, and every year we increase the budget that we give for home renovation loan, because most of the people that are in the rural areas and the local governments, they would rather take the home renovation. Some of them, by the time they take the home renovation, they will be able to build their own house. Some of them have land. Those land doesn't have titles, but once you give them the money, because of the source of their income, they can pay those loans, but they cannot provide some of the documentation that is required for creating mortgage. But if you give them that home renovation loan, some of them are not taking the money for renovation. They are taking it to build their own houses.
One thing that the FMBN is confident about is that given all its efforts, the number of its NHF contributors will significantly increase in the year 2022.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house up front? With the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria, mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes, and by implication, a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
The outlook for the year sure looks promising. We hope to see the aspirations of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria come to reality. Coming up next, we'll share the story of another beneficiary of the National Housing Fund from the Southwest region. Stay tuned as we bring you Kehinde Olariwaju's story. Don't go away.
The payment process is quite flawless.
It was unbelievable because I didn't know that they have such a scheme existing in Nigeria.
Is it true that I will get the house? No, why not? You met all the requirements, so you'll get it.
The joy of ownership is wonderful.
Kehinde Abdulsamiu Olarewaju is the owner of a two-bedroom housing unit at Rockview Estate, located within the Olusegun Obasanjo Hilltop, Okemuson, Apekuta, Ogun State.
Shelter is one of the basic necessities of life. Prevention, I know, is key. So once you have a place to be housed that you can call your own, you are 50% assurance that life is good. But if you don't have a place to say, this is my own, you will be subjected to the problem of landlord and things like that. So it's a very good thing. And also that it's not a how do I put it? It's something that have to hang your leg to get. It's easy, it's avoidable, it's convenient, and easy for whoever that is interested. So to that extent, I think it's a very good thing.
With a down payment of 20% of the total sum of 6,500,000 naira then, before the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria reviewed it downwards to 10%, Kehinde Olarewaju took over the property. He speaks on the various facilities that the occupiers of the estate enjoy, which include good road network, regular supply of electricity, as well as water supply, among others, while also describing the feeling of being a homeowner without breaking the vault as a great one. He speaks on the advantages of the program.
A friend of mine told me, late Mrs. Akirili, told me about it, and we key into it. I invited two of my colleagues to the office, and we key into it. We started paying through the Stallion, whatever. I think it's a microfinance, a subsidiary of Sparklights.
According to him, The scheme is a very good one that should be encouraged and ensure that it continues so that generations yet unborn can also benefit from it.
It's a great development. We have to laud the effort of the government in providing housing. It's a thing that should be continuous, and so that generations, younger generations too, can have opportunity and enlightenment. Advocacy for housing should be put on higher level.
Our question for the week is, what measures are in place to guarantee the safety of my contributions?
Federal Mortgage Bank, as a government-sponsored enterprise, as an agency of government, is regulated by different bodies. For instance, we are regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Office of the Accountant General also oversees the way we do operate our finances. The Office of the Auditor General also audits us. Besides the oversight function of the National Assembly, both the two chambers, the House of Representatives and the Senate, they all have an oversight function, all tailored towards ensuring that the right thing is done, that the people's money in the bank is appropriately used in the right direction. We do that also by ensuring that we give our contributors an up-to-date financial statement. We also have a digital platform that we call Star 219, where our contributors to the National Housing Fund can use their phones using any network to assess their contributions, to retrieve their NHF numbers, to also even access calculator, mortgage calculator, that you can even calculate your affordability, that how much you can afford to take from the bank. That is aside the monthly alert. We also give to our contributors anytime remittance is made on their behalf by their employers. All these are measures employed by the bank to ensure transparency and accountability.
This is where we draw the curtains on this episode of the program. 2022 has just started, and it can be a good year to join the NHF scheme to benefit from the different products the bank offers. To find out how, call the number currently displaying on your screen or visit FMBN's website on www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information. You can also stop at any FMBN branch office closest to you. Also catch up on previous episodes of the program on our social media platforms showing on your screen. From here, we wish you a happy and a prosperous new year ahead. God bless Nigeria.